Hi, this is Jim Newcomb with Lido Radio Products. I want to take a few minutes today to talk about our extension plate and how it can be used as a multi-device holder. We get a lot of calls from Yaesu fans that have a Yaesu FT-891 control head like this, and they have an FTM-500 control head, looks like this. And they want to put them on one mount. So we have an extension plate. It's an anodized aluminum extension plate that's really designed to hold multiple devices. And in this case is a real easy solution to mount both control heads. The cool thing about this mount is it has a 4-hole amps pattern in the center of it. And the reason that's cool is because you can attach it to just about any mount or any mount that has a 4-hole amps pattern. And you'll find 4-hole amps patterns on mounts like RAM mounts. So this is a 1-inch ball and it's got a 4-hole amps plate. And you can get that online, you can get it on our site, anywhere. So if you have a RAM mount system, this setup is perfect. If you're off-roader and you've got a bullet point mount, they use a 20mm ball like this, and they offer a 4-hole amps plate. We also offer this on our site, but you can see it has 4 holes. They line up with the 4 holes on our plate. Just attach the 2 together with the included hardware, and then attach it to the bullet point mount. And you've got a multiple device mount, so you can put your FT-891, FTM-500 on the bullet point mount or the RAM mount or Lido mount. Doesn't matter as long as it's got a 4-hole amps pattern. So in regards to the Yaesu, what we're going to show today is the FT-891 and the FTM-500 on one extension plate. But this would pertain to any Yaesu FTM series, like the FTM-100, FTM-200, and so on. So any Yaesu FTM series will work in the configuration I'm showing you in this video, as well as the FT-891. With that said, this plate, you can mount multiple devices. It doesn't matter the manufacturer, as long as you have their remote head bracket that will work. It will attach right to this extension plate. So you can use, 99% of the control heads can be attached to the configuration I'm showing you. But today we're talking about the FT-891 and the FTM-500. So the way we're going to mount that on our extension plate is we're just going to take, and you'll see it has 2 pre-drilled holes on either end. We're going to take the 5mm screw, and we're just going to put it through the hole, and we're going to put a rubber gasket on the end here. The reason we're going to do that is Yaesu has a corrugated pattern around the hole, and you can see the hole in the back is here. It's threaded for a 5mm screw. So, but if we just didn't have the gasket, it would just spin around if it laid flush on the mount. So we include a gasket. So we're just going to put the screw through, and then we're going to put a gasket on the end here, and then we're going to just thread it. We're going to thread it onto the 891. And you can set it up however you want. Right now I'm just showing you the 891 over the FTM-500. It really won't work side by side. They're going to have to be one over the other. There's just not enough real estate to handle both control heads. They're just too close together. And then we're going to put the FTM-500 down here. So we're going to run the screw through here, put the gasket on, and then we're just going to thread that into the back. Sorry. Into the back of the 500. Tighten it down. Okay, so now we have the FT-891, FTM-500 on one extension bracket. And again, we can attach this plate to just about any mount that's on the market today. Even if it doesn't have a 4-hole amps pattern, you can get a drill, make the holes line up, and then just run the included hardware through those holes and then tighten it down, and it'll work fine. So this configuration also is better for our off-road users compared to, I'm going to show you another option that we have, our EXT01-S, which is a swivel. So with a swivel design, we can actually have each control head swivel independently, so you can set it up to where you could have the control head in the direction that you want to gives you the best advantage to see the control head. So with this setup, you can see there's no swivel capability. Sometimes the mount will set on a ball here, like the RAM mounts, and you can adjust the angle by turning the whole plate. But let's show you what the swivel looks like. So I'm going to remove the control heads from the EX2. By the way, this is the part number on this is an EXT-01, Echo X-Ray Tango -01. And the other mount, the other remote head bracket I'm going to show you is an EXT-01-S for swivel. The way the swivel works is we have these things called A1s, and they're adapters. This would come with this extension plate. And we're just going to attach the A1 into the back of the control heads. And the A1 is a 5mm screw with a 17mm socket. So we're going to tighten it down. And it's really key that you tighten it down, get it snug up there so that the screw goes down into the gasket. Otherwise, it won't. The socket won't snap into or the ball won't snap into the socket. So we put an A1 on the back of the FT-891. Now we're going to put an A1 on the back of the FTM-500. Tighten it down. Okay, so now we have the A1 attached to the back of the FTM-500, A1 attached to the back of the FT-891. And it's a ball and socket design that we have here. And so we've got the two 17mm balls on the extension plate. And what we're going to do now is we're going to slide the extension or the tightening ring over the ball like this. And this does come with a mount. And then we're going to just snap the 17mm ball into the socket. And we're going to tighten it. Tighten the tightening ring, get it snug. So that's the FT-891. Now we're going to do the same for the FTM-500. Tighten the tightening ring. We can get it good and snug. Now we can adjust the angle of both control heads independently on the swivel. So this is a great option for vehicles that really aren't going off-roading, although this will work for our off-roaders, but it really depends how aggressively you're off-roading. So I would recommend I would try it out with a swivel. If it doesn't work for you when you're off-roading, just go ahead and take the swivels off and run the 5mm screw directly into the control heads. And that'll get rid of like a droopy control head while you're on the trail. Okay, so that's it. This is again, there's two part numbers here. There's an EXT-01, Echo X-Ray Tango -01, and an EXT-01-S for swivel. And if you do have any questions, you can get a hold of me. My personal email address is jim@lidoradio.com, and all of these products can be found at www.lidoradio.com, and I will leave links to both of them down in this video, or the description of this video. So again, we appreciate your business, and if you do have any questions, please get a hold of me. And thank you for your time.